Hey fishy people, got a couple packages. These should be my dwarf cajun craws, and over here I believe those are my cockroaches. Not as exciting, but cockroaches for a new lizard. And they do look quite lively. One of the bags. And there's another bag. Ooh, these are big guys. I've seen a lot of kicking around, so that looks good. I'll get some more up-close pictures of those guys later. Just forgot to document it last week. I cut a lot of the rotala out of the back. This used to all be green when you looked at it before. I cut it real short. It's about down to here, all the way in the back for a coworker of mine that needed some rotala. I'm about to really cut this tank down. I have the feeling that people don't understand how much plants I'm taking out of this, and just how much soil, if you pack it densely with nutrients like I did, how much it really grows, and how fertile it can be. So I'm gonna be just cropping all of this for my brother-in-law, because he needs a bunch of plants. And that's what I do. I do this constantly. I was watching my last update of this, and I don't think you'll get a scale of it because I don't post the shots of the after trim very often. So you see it, you see it grow up, and then right after that I shoot that video. I always shoot that video while it's been growing up. I always cut it down really far. And you watch it grow up, and I cut it down really far, and you watch it grow up, and I cut it down really far, and you don't see that cutting down. And again, I'm running way more light than I would suggest anyone run on a tank this size. And I have CO2. I used to have the big reactor over here. I'm running a lot of CO2 because of that, and this is just a grow out tank. But a lot of this growth is not just the light and the CO2, it's that soil. So I'm trying to, soil's good, go soil, I'm a big fan of it. Or go dirt, because people in the aquarium world like dirt. So dirt bottom tanks, yay! But this is before the trim, although after the trim, because I did cut all that rotala, and I cut, another 4 bunches that I sold in the store. And when I say bunches, I'm pretty generous. It's, this Ludwigi you see here, you would get, from here, it goes down to here, that would be a bunch. So, when I'm pulling out bunches, it's, it's not just a piece, it's many of them. But anyways, this is a before, hopefully I'll get an after, although I'm not doing this right now, I'm doing it probably tomorrow, so if I'm lazy, I'm not going to shoot a video. Oops. But here's a before. Thanks for watching. I'll probably incorporate this into another video, so keep watching, whatever that video is. I hope your tank's doing well. See you later. Hey, fishy people. Been a little bit. I did the big trim, ended up not making a video right afterwards, but did another big trim today. And this is what the tank looks like after I do one of those. making this one right now because I'm thinking that I want to take everything out and put it back in. A couple reasons for this. I want denser growth. I want to organize this a little better because it's really pretty chaotic. I have different plants in here. But also just to get better growth. For instance, you know, this plant right here, this much of it is usable for me. This part I can't use, and it's blocking out, you know, some of the lower plants, so I can cut that a couple of different places, end up with multiple plants off of there, and it's going to be a lot shorter and closer down at the bottom. And since this is just a plant grow out tank for me to take plants out of, you know, that's better for me. Same instance, you know, this is the same plant right here. I can chop this down, cut these several times, plant them behind there, and I'll get a more even, better growth, not as much shading of my other lower lying stuff, and when it does come to trim it, I'll have none of the more shaded areas, because once these get tall, the bottom portions just aren't that desirable. At least when I'm in a shop shopping for plants, I don't like to see, even though it's not a bad sign, I don't like to see, you know, the lower, more browning, less leafy growths. So that's what I'm about to do. Here's the before. Again, I already did a major trimming and just took the plants out. The major trim, and I did a big trim before that, which is, you know, why there's some big empty pockets. But I'll do a couple updates hopefully throughout this process. So see you in a bit. Okay, so I didn't take everything out, but I did drastically, you know, cut everything in half and replant it, and a lot of the Brazilian pennywort I tossed in another tank. Took some other plants out to bring to the shop tomorrow, but this is what it's looking like now. Not completely orderly, but I do have spots. You know, here's one plant, one in the back. I've got a rotala in the back, my Mirios, baby tears up front. This bacopa, there's actually more than you can see there, but it was scattered everywhere. So got that all in a pile, didn't even realize I had a bunch of bacopa. Trimmed the temple down a whole bunch. Didn't pull out any of the dwarf sag. I have dwarf sag just all over the tank. That I just pull out as people want it. Hygrophila, this was my new one. Blink on the name, I like that one. Moved a few of them. I had a bunch of these big guys and a couple over here that I moved all into the back. Can't see when I pull that up. That I moved back here. And yeah, so that's what the tank's looking like. I will try and do an update on my little dwarf crayfish if I can find them. I've got them scattered through a bunch of different tanks. But let me look for one of those guys and I'll put them on camera. Here's one of my little dwarf crays. I like them. Crayfish kind of have a bit more personality than the dwarf shrimp. And these guys stay tiny and they don't seem to be bothering anyone. So I'm happy to have them, and they also seem to have kind of a variety of different colors and patterns on them. So they don't all look identical. There's another little one over here. This guy just had another batch of eggs. I actually just emptied out his little log, and the babies are all in here. I've actually got two different batches in here, and there's a lot more than you can see. They hide under the little blue rim at the bottom. But a lot of little baby Placos. This tank is looking really dark. I had one of these go out. Actually, these cheap lights, you know, I'm constantly complaining about them. This one went out. Replaced it with a 20 watt that had gone out, so I had ordered a driver and replaced it with that, which is while you see this weird double mount, I put the driver on a heatsink so that the driver doesn't go bad this time. And right after I got done fixing that one, this one burnt out. Actually, I think the same day, both this guy on the end and this one burnt out. So this tank's a little dark, but I also have a lot of tannins in there. I'm ordered some more Purigen, which is my favorite product at removing tannins. Works a lot better than water changes. Phenomenally better than using charcoal, which really doesn't work at all, or activated carbon, I should say. But yeah, I have a lot of tannins in this system right here, and we'll be addressing that soon. But things are doing good. Big old bamboo shrimp in the back. My beautiful half dome angels. And, you know, these guys love the dark water. They're like, yay, tannins, woo. But for me, it's a little dark. I need to cut back the plants up top too. Just remove the floaters. You know, see my hands. But I need to trim back this broadleaf pretty seriously because it just blocks out all of the light. Here's a quick update. I need to make a better video on something specific sometime soon. I might be doing a little how-to on making tiny little shrimp bowls. This was a little shrimp bowl I made my wife, or shrimp jar I should say. It's actually meant so that you can have the top on and it's self-sufficient. There's algae in there that grows to the shrimp. The shrimp make CO2, the plants make oxygen. You know, it's a whole little self-contained unit there. But maybe in a video to come. Not right now because I'm busy. But there's some of the tanks. Everything's doing well. Hope your tank's doing well also. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.